Tottenham away, ole, ole. How you doing, Stel?
Yeah, I'm good. Weather's good. I've got a nice view of the sea. Ha ha, you don't. And
I've got a lovely view of Potter's Bar, mate.
mate, listen, you can't beat the Sainsbury's in Potter's Bar.
Yeah,
At least
you can't beat it, mate.
Trust me, the Potter's Bar High Street is a lot more eventful than the sea, I can tell you that.
Mate, yeah, 100%. What more do you want?
Always nice to get one over Chelsea, ain't it, Stel?
Yeah. Look, always enjoy a win against Chelsea and Arsenal, no matter what. Friendly, not friendly. So yeah, bit of bragging rights, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean anything. You know, we beat Arsenal's and Newcastle's in years gone by, and then we end up 17th. They win the league, so it's not here or there. I'm just more interested in how we play football at the moment, what the direction is under Zerbi, and what certain players do. And I think the more games I watch, the more I feel I'm right about a couple of things that I said. So I kind of want to get into that, if you don't mind. I want to talk about a couple. So the first thing is, I think more and more Spurs fans now it's not hard to admit. Our front three they're awful. They're awful. Rich crap. Solanke's just non-existent. Until he huffs, he puffs, he tries. He's not good enough. Tell's not good enough either. And you know,
do you think Tell's been one of our best players though this pre-season?
It's a very low bar. You know, he stands out against Sydney and he stands out against Auckland because they're crap.
You didn't think he was good today?
No.
Really?
I counted. He had 12 opportunities to take on the man, and he did it twice.
He completed more dribbles than all the other 39 players combined.
Mate, he passed the ball back to Gallagher so many times, it beggars belief. The amount of times I saw him lose the ball trying to dribble. The only thing he did today that was good was when he beat 2 or 3 players and then the goalie came off his line and he tried to chip the goalie and the goalie kind of parried it off his chest for a corner. Otherwise, I thought Tell did nothing. There's no end product with him. You know, there was even this great chance where Chelsea passed the ball across their box. They completely fluffed it. It fell to Tell, and he smashes it 10 metres over the bar. So I don't get the hype with Tell. A lot of fans love him. They think he's getting better. I think he's bang average, and I haven't changed my mind on that. I think the best attacker we've currently got that's fit is Solomon. I think Solomon is more exciting than Tell. You know, he gets to the byline, he looks up, he saw Tonali, squared it back. I think Toloman's Toloman. Who the hell's Toloman? Solomon. He's the best that we've got, but even he's not good enough. You know, we look good against the MK Dons, the Sydneys, the Aucklands, but as soon as we've got to play a Chelsea, and you know, that was a half-baked Chelsea, but so are we. You can see the difference. We struggled.
You thought we struggled? In
the final third, yes. In the final third.
No, but in general, generally.
No. Playing out from the back, I think we look really, really good under Zerbi. I think Kinski's proving all the haters wrong as well, by the way. All the people that shit on Kinski, he's not good enough to be the number one. Kinski 100% deserves to be the number one for one season to prove what he can do. And then at the end of next season, make a decision. But today, he made 3 good saves. At the back, he was flawless. The amount of times players pressed him and he comfortably just shifted the ball left or right, laid it off. Mate, playing out from the back, we look good. We look comfortable. We can do it. I think in possession, we're much better. Our passing accuracy stats have all shot up compared to the last season. And I think going down the flanks, we look a bit more effective. So overall, the team, we look better. There's no doubt. But in the final third, we're shit. We're just crap. We're not good.
You got to look at the final third. We didn't have any of our starters, pretty much. That will be our starters probably in the coming season as well. All these players are probably going to be bench players, aren't they?
Well, Tell's a starter at the moment.
At the moment, but he won't be. He won't be come the season. He'll be a rotation option.
I can only go by what I'm seeing right now, right? If we sign 3 new goal-scoring attackers, then yeah, the whole thing changes. But right now, the first point I wanted to make is Tell Solomon, Solanke, and Richie, none of them are fit to wear the Spurs shirt. None of them will be a Defoe, a Keane, a Bale, a Berbatov, a Kane, a Son. None of them will ever be at that level. And that's the level we're going to need if we're going to become a top team. So I would replace all of them, guys. And do you remember I came on about 4 weeks ago and I said, guys, really happy with the transfer window, but I've got a concern. This is all going to be a waste if we don't fix that front three. And you clipped me, and I think you put the most honest review or something.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed from that day when I said to you guys, I'm concerned that this transfer window is going to be a waste if we don't fix that front three. I think the front three is still awful. I don't like it.
Well, hasn't changed. Well, hasn't changed. So
Yeah.
why would you think it's any better?
What's your opinion on the potential signing of Cody Gakpo? I mean, you talk about guaranteed goals. You want to see more goals in this team. He brings that.
Well, in the last 3 years in the Premier League, he scored 8 goals, 10 goals, 7 goals. So he averages about 8 or 9 goals a season.
No, I think he's got
Is
more
that
than
enough? Not in the Premier League. I actually, because someone, I just did a watch along as well, and I brought up the stats because I didn't know, and then I looked at it.
that. Yeah, you're
In
right.
the Champions,
7,
yeah.
10, and 8. 7. Yeah.
So he's nothing special, but he plays on the left wing or inverted left attacker. So if he's going to play on the left, he still gets you more goals than Tell and Solomon and Odobert. So on that basis, yeah. But is he good enough? I don't know.
How many players in the Premier League from the left wing are consistently getting more than 8-9 goals a season? Like, how many assists as well? Is he getting
5, 4, 5.
Okay, so he's averaging 10 to 15 goals a season.
So last season 12 contributions. The season before 14.
I've stopped looking at assists, and I'll tell you why, guys. Because who are we assisting? We don't have a number 9 that's good. If we had a good number 9, then I'd look at the assists. But we don't have a good number 9. Like, the argument people said to me weeks ago was, but we're going to create more. And my response was, we're going to miss more chances. And we do. We're missing more chances.
And we'll score more.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, look at the goals today. A deflected shot and an open goal. Right? We're not... When the season gets real and it properly starts, we're not going to have all this luck. We're going to need to properly create. I do think, however, not having Maddison, not having Fernandes, not having Kudus, and not having Xavi Simons is a massive problem because no one else can create in the midfield at the moment. We've got no creation. Mm-hmm. And that's not the manager's fault. That's not Enoch's fault. That's not the fans' fault. We've just got this bloody injury problem with the creative players. Like, all of our creative players are injured. How is that possible? We've got 4 out-and-out creative players, and they're all injured. So it's unbelievable. You can't write it. So we might need to buy a number 10 because
apparently Richarlison has just admitted that he's unsure whether he's going to stay at Tottenham.
Oh, please leave! I beg you, just go. No,
Zerbi has admitted.
Zerbi said Richarlison's unsure. Yeah.
Free the bird, let him fly. Go away. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Danzo. I put a post out on my channel saying Malachi Hardy should be the 4th choice centre-back at Tottenham on the basis that Danzo is technically incompetent. He's a buffoon. He's awful. In a defensive, low-block, pragmatic team, he's great. He wins the headers, he clears the ball, he throws his body in front of the way of the shots, blocks the ball from hitting the target. In a Mourinho team, in a Conte team, in a Frank team, I see a world where Danzo can be good. But in a technical ball-playing team that plays it out from the back, the team are pressing you and you've got to shift the ball from one foot to the other foot, receive it on your back foot and turn onto the front foot, swivel on the half turn and play. He's awful. Like, he's a tragedy, and it's going to be a train wreck. Go on my Tottenham away LA community page. It's all there. I posted it weeks ago. I've been arguing with everyone about this. Malachi Hardy has shown to me how composed he is at the back, how comfortable he is on the ball, how he can play left foot, right foot, and the reason he can do it is because he's been trained to play that way for the last 4 years under Simon Davies, our academy director. who has trained the entire academy along with the coaches to play what? The Zerbi ball. And what have we done? We've signed the Zerbi. So we've actually got a manager that completely complements what the youth have been taught for the last 4 years under our new academy director. And it's no surprise to me that Malachi Hardy looks comfortable at the back, because this is his football. So there's a massive argument to say he should be the fourth choice centre back, and now's the time to integrate an academy player. And what did we see today? Danzo. Ball comes to him. He's being pressed. Can you receive it and control it and turn? No. He makes a hash of it. He fumbles it. Red card. And that's the Danzo everyone's going to see under De Zerbi. He's technically incompetent, guys. He's not suited to this football. He's going to be a disaster. Whereas the Malachi Hardy, yeah, he's young. Yeah, he's not proven. But he can develop into that player next to Senesi, Van Heck, Van de Ven, in training, learning with them, improving. Mate, he's going to be much better than Danzo when it comes to this football. And I just wish we took a little risk on a couple of youngsters and say, you know what? You're better suited to this football than Danzo. And I've been saying this for weeks about get rid of Danzo. He's not going to be good at this football. And you saw it today, guys. I mean, he can't do it. He's not technically good enough for this kind of football, unfortunately. He can't step into midfield, travel with the ball and play a forward pass like a Senesi can, like a Van Heck can, like a Van de Ven can, like Malachi Hardy has shown all pre-season. He can do it. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Would you take the risk?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you on this one. I think I'm a fan of Kevin Danso. I was a massive fan of him last season, but what he shows on the ball is not the attributes that we need in a De Zerbi system. I completely agree with you. I think he'll have his worth. I think, you know, when we're defending a lead with 10 minutes to go and you just need an extra man in there to win the aerial duels and everything like that. But when you've got Malachi Hardy and Janai Beifeld, that's going to be, you know, backing up Malachi Hardy. You know, both we've got two very, very good centre backs in the academy now that are going to be knocking on the door. I wouldn't be against it, to be honest, because I think when the game state is completely normal, it's level pegging or even ahead, Malachi Hardy might be the better player to actually go for instead of Kevin Danso. I actually agree with that.
I just think, having watched pre-season, there's only 2 academy kids that actually look like they've got something about them that's worth integrating into the squad and just seeing how they progress for 2 years. And that's Williams Barnett and Malachi Hardy. They're the 2 that, hands down, you can see they've got it. They just need to be nurtured, and we need to give them a chance. That doesn't mean I want them to start. It doesn't mean I want them to replace Senesi or replace, you know, Fernandez. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is they've got it. It just needs now to be developed. And the whole purpose is to bring through 1 or 2 academy players out of the 18 odd that are of the age and see what they can do. And this is the thing, guys. Our entire academy has been coached to play De Zerbi ball. They've been doing it for like years now.
You can tell how they're playing, to be honest.
Yeah, like even Donnelly today travels up the pitch, opens up his body, tries to place it bottom corner, and it sets up the equaliser. I really like the way De Zerbi's trying to play football. I honestly think we've got a manager that's going to be our new Poch. He is going to be our Poch 2.0. You can see it, and he's got players that can do it. We lack up front. That's the only issue. We don't have a Kane or a Son. But it's kind of what happened to Poch when he first came. He had Adebayor and Soldado, and it wasn't quite ticking. It wasn't until he got rid of them 2 and Kane hit the ground running, Son became what he became, Dele Alli became a sensation. Then it all changed. So I think De Zerbi's going to need his Harry Kane, Son and Dele Alli moment where players come into the club and kind of give us something special like that, and that'll take everything up to another level. But the best thing, and again you saw it today, the best thing about the way we play, our pressing game is so good. It's so calculated and coordinated, and every player just seems to know what they're doing. The goal we scored came from the press. We forced the error high up the pitch. It's the best thing about this team. Our pressing game is so frigging good. And I'm really impressed at how quickly we've become good at it. We're really good at it, like really, really good.
So how are you looking at like the whole picture at Tottenham at the moment, like going into the new season? I understand your reservations about what attackers we're getting or not getting and all that kind of stuff. But when you're looking at how we're playing football, the manager we have, the signings we have made so far, is there any positivity going into the new season at the moment? Are you starting to feel like, okay, something good could happen this season?
Basically, Stel, the question he's really asking is, are you happy that we stayed up and didn't go down?
Yeah, I'll get to that then.
Listen. I'm not going to do the whole delegation thing again. I've explained myself. Yeah. I honestly, from the day we signed Zerbi and I came on your channel, I said, I'm so happy we've got a proper manager. Because I've just wanted someone to be the next Poch. Since we lost Poch, I just wanted someone to be the next Poch. Someone that gets football, that's going to do it the way we like, and that's going to just, win games doing it. And Zerbi is that guy. There's no doubt in my mind we've got the right manager at the club. In an ideal world, I really, really wanted Iriola. But Zerbi, he's good for me. He's really good for me. And I think what you're going to see is a team that plays really quality football. We're going to take risk across the back line, but I think we're going to pull it off. I think we've got the players to pull it off. I'm a little bit worried about Robertson defensively. I said, statistically, defensively, he's fallen off a cliff. He's going to make errors, and you saw it today. So I'm a little bit worried about him. I'm worried about Gallagher as well. I'm not sure what he does or where he's going to fit. Maybe it's a bit unfair on him because he's kind of been asked to play in the 10 and he's not a 10. But overall, I think when you've got a Senesi, a Van Heck, a Porro, whether it's a Robertson or whoever else we play there, Kinski, Tonali, Fernandez, a fit Simmons or a fit Maddison, and hopefully a couple of goal scorers with a fit Kudus, mate, we're gonna cause problems. We're gonna cause damage. We're gonna have a really good season, but we've got to get those goal scorers. It's key. If we don't get those goal scorers, will be the difference between finishing 12th and 6th. That's going to be the difference. We're going to be a mid-table team or a Europa team, depending if we sign the goal scorers. That's going to be the difference.
Do you think like 6th is our ceiling this season?
Do you know what, Ben? I want to say yes, but then you look at Man United last year, who finished 3rd, but they signed 3 top goal scorers, like Mbuemo, Cunha, and Seska. I mean, are we going to do that? I doubt it. But then Zerbi's told us we're getting bombers. Apparently we're getting bombers. So
apparently that bomber is Cody Gakpo.
Yeah, that's not a bomber. That's like a kind of firecracker. That's not a bomber. If we get 2 goal scorers, we're definitely going to knock on the door for the top 6. 100% we'll knock on the door for top 6. If we don't sign goal scorers, I think we're going to be mid-table, playing good football, and that's about it really. We're not going to do much better than that.
People in the comments saying we're going to finish top 6 is a bomber in itself.
People in the comments, I think, underestimate a lot of the things that I say. Right, I've always wanted the best for Tottenham. I've always just wanted the best for Tottenham, but I'm honest with what I see, and I say it as I see it, right? And it's not always what people want to hear. I don't want to say what people want to hear. I want to say what I think. And what I think is, I never wanted Frank. I was against it, but I had to just kind of bite my lip a bit because you just get called every name under the sun. I never wanted Tudor. I did want to stick with Ange because I felt that we had a winning spirit in the club. And if we were going to replace Ange, I wanted a Klopp or a manager of that level. We've got Zerbi. I'm happy with Zerbi. I think he's a really good fit for Tottenham. I think the academy, maybe, fingers crossed, I hope, now gets a chance to develop some of those kids into Zerbi's team because the kids can play Zerbi football. I don't want us to depend on the kids, but I don't want us to neglect them and just mug them all off. Oh, none of them are good enough, which is rubbish. It's absolute crap. Spent 12 years in and out of that academy. The players are good enough. They just need a chance. They need an opportunity. And I think Zerbi's going to get us back to being that Pochettino side. Not this year, maybe not next year, but in the next however many years, we're going to be a top 4 team. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And it's just going to be, when we do get back to being top 4, are we going to go big and just try and win the league? Are we going to do what we didn't do for Conte, what we didn't do for Poch? what we didn't do for Ange, when we got into that Champions League bracket and we didn't properly back those managers. When De Zerbi gets us back to top 4, and I believe he will at some point in the future, are we going to go big and say, right, let's try and win the league? Because if we do, what more can we ask for as Spurs fans? Like, if the board have fully backed the manager over 3-4 years, I can't ask for more. I can't complain. I can't moan. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing. I'm really happy.
Someone clip that bit up and we'll replay it again in 4 years and we'll see.
As long as they back him, right? They've got to back him.
Yeah, of course.
Don't go and sign a bunch of Archie Grays and Bergvalls and
4 years, 4 months.
I do have my concerns, guys. I do have my concerns. I am worried about the front three simply not being good enough for this football club. They're nowhere near good enough. And I am a little bit worried as well now that we don't have cover in the 10, which is ridiculous because we've got like 4 creative. How can
we have 3 10s and they're all just got all big problems?
How have we still got these injury problems, guys? How is this? Didn't they just change a whole bunch of backroom stuff and stuff?
Yeah, but all the injuries are predating issues.
Well, Maddison was fit at the end of last season. He came back.
Yeah, but you know, after an ACL, things can be complicated. I think it's still
Fernandez. What's happened to
Well,
Fernandez?
he said Fernandez is going to be fine apparently for the next game.
What's the update on Kudus? I've heard Simmons is out until December, January.
The update on Fernandez and Kudus is that they're going to start to play when we're back in London.
All right, so we're going to have Mohamed Kudus back at least.
Yeah.
All right, so if we've got Kudus on the right and Fernandez in the 8, that helps massively. That's a massive boost because at the moment we're lacking with any creativity. And then if you add 2 goal scorers to that, we can give teams a run for their money. I do think if we sign 2 goal scorers, top 6 should be our target. I mean, do you think that's fair, or do you think we can push higher? Do you think we can do what Man United did?
I think we can push higher. I think we can push higher than that. Definitely. You're looking at other teams, all the other teams, especially the top 6 teams apart from Arsenal, all going into it with the unknown. Man City with a new manager, nobody knows what they're going to do. Liverpool with a new manager, Chelsea with a new manager. I think we're probably more settled than them in terms of, De Zerbi's been here since the back end of last season. He knows what he wants. He knows who he wants to get rid of, who he wants to bring in. These clubs are working that out right now. We've already been through that process. So I think we're ahead of some of these teams, maybe not in quality, but in terms of the idea and how we're going to go through with it. And as well, you're looking at the other teams that, like the Bournemouths, the Sunderlands and all these teams that are ahead of us, they've all got European football this season, and they're not used to it. So I think that is going to have a detrimental effect on them. So I think we can have the upper hand on them as well. So I'm looking at Champions League qualification this season if we get the targets that we need.
Can I ask you guys a quick question based on what you just said? Right now, as it stands, would you say our current squad is better, worse, or the same than the squad Ange had for his first season?
Our current squad.
It's better. Squad. It's better.
Of
course, it's better.
I would say only really the midfield is better. Yeah, I think the attack's probably better under Ange, and defence is pretty much the same, apart from Romero swap for Romero Van Hecke and Vicario for Kinski.
You say we've got Brennan Johnson and we've got Kudus now. That's an upgrade for one.
Well, then we had Son
on the left. Yeah, that's true.
Rashid, we're still the same strikers.
Brennan Johnson scored 19 goals, didn't he?
He did score 19 goals, but you're not taking Brennan Johnson over Mohamed Kudus right now, are you?
No. The reason I'm asking is Ange's squad had 1 game a week, and they finished 5th.
Yeah.
And we could have got 4th.
And he had a fit Decky and a fit Maddison.
He had a fit Decky and a fit Maddison, and we finished 5th. We could have got 4th, but we had that game against Man City where half the ground wanted us to win, half wanted to lose, and he kicked off. But we could have maybe got 4th that season. So
we definitely could have got 4th that season. We should have really got 4th that season. We fucked it up.
So if we should have got top 4 that season, and we're saying now this squad is better, then really top 6 has to be the minimum expectations. Because Ange, he got 5th with a weaker squad, but he did have goal scorers though. We don't know. See, this is what I say, guys. It all comes down to this. If we don't sign goal scorers, I think we're going to come unstuck. I really think it's all going to unravel. We need to get some goal scorers in through the door.
Well, that's what Zerbi said it himself. It's not. I think the club know it. Zerbi said we need guys who score goals. He said it. So I think it's I think it's not like the club are not knowing of the issue.
The target this season is top 6. It's got to be top 5 even.
Yeah, but only if we get goal scorers, Ben. If we stick, because otherwise, I think right now the squad we've got is finishing mid-table.
So Stel, if it's Sevilla, if we add Savinho and Gakpo and no one else, where do we finish?
We're not going to get. I think 8th, 9th.
Do you not think he could get more goals out of Solanke and Rishi?
No.
You don't.
I'm watching it pre-season. Like today, Solanke was anonymous. Like even when Ben Davies squared the ball across the goal, Solanke doesn't even read it to be in the position. Do you know what? Richie gets into better positions than Solanke. I've realised that. And I don't rate Richie. I don't want Richie here. But he actually gets into better positions than Solanke. I'm always saying to myself, why isn't Solanke there? Solanke, you could have got there. I don't think so. If he gets more goals out of them, it's because they've played more games. They're not injured.
Are they not both players capable of getting 10 Premier League goals?
Well, Richarlison's proved it in the Spurs shirt. He can.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Solanke got 9 in his first season.
Okay, but we've lost 12 goals by selling Romero and not keeping Paulinho. So if Solanke scores 10, all that does is fill the void of what we've lost. So we need.
Yeah, but if Solanke and Rishi could get 10, Gakpo maybe gets 8 or 9. You know, so adding quite all, and then everyone else chips in with a few. You know, it's not all of a sudden you're not looking at horrific numbers.
Last season, only 6 teams scored less goals than us. So we came like 15th in the scoring charts. 15th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
we had Frank.
We had Thomas Frank, and we were playing that kind of football. This is a different style of play.
Even under the Zerbi guys, when he came in, like those 7 games, we didn't score a lot of goals. You know, like we were winning 1-0, 1-0, losing 1-0.
Yeah, but it wasn't full De Zerbi ball. He had to come in and he had to patch a few things up to keep us up. This is going to be a different De Zerbi team than what we saw in the last 7 games of last season.
I think the team's going to be much better. I think we're going to play much more competitive football, more possession-based football. I think teams aren't going to like playing us. I'm just not convinced with this forward line. I'm sticking.
Even if we don't make any more signings, you're still going to see Spurs score a lot more goals than what we scored last season. I guarantee you that.
I don't know. I don't know who's scoring the goals, Ben. I really don't know who's scoring the goals. I think Richie's
Everyone.
Listen, I love you guys wishing it, hoping it, and I hope you're right. I want you to be right because then it means we do well. My personal belief is that this current front three are just simply not good enough. They all need to go. If we just sign 2 goal scorers, everything changes for us. I think the whole dynamic changes. That for me is going to be the key.
Yeah, but it's fair. Look, that you can say they're not good enough, and a lot of people agree with that. The only point I think we're trying to make is, even if they're not good enough, they're going to be better than they were last season. Is the point? So I'm not whether that's enough to be where we want to be. Fine, but even if we would sign no more players from down the end season, those attackers will probably show more this season they did last season.
I don't think you can polish a turd. I don't think. Listen, Sim, I want you to be right. I want to come on and do another Sim.
Didn't Ange prove you can with Brennan Johnson, though?
Yeah, but he signed Johnson specifically for his system, didn't he? Like he signed.
And De Zerbi's signing people specifically for his system, like Savinho and Gakpo.
Which is why I've said if we sign goal scorers, it changes everything, right? So if the Zerbi signs Savinho and Gakpo because he wants them, then everything changes. But I'm just talking about the current setup now, because you said, you know, if we don't, because Sim said to me, if we don't sign anyone, well, my answer is if we don't sign anyone, we are not getting Europe with these front three. I don't see it. I just don't think they've got it in them. I don't think Zerbi can suddenly turn 3 players all into good goal scorers. I think they're too far down the line.
He doesn't have to. They've always been decent goal scorers. Not amazing, not 20, not like 30, but they've scored goals. Solanke in his first season got 9 Premier League goals and 16 in all competitions.
Not enough. We need to find 40 to 50 goals, in my view. 40 to 50 goals from factoring in the goals that we've lost. And I don't think they're capable. I don't think they're good enough. I don't think they're clinical enough. I don't think they're intelligent enough. And I just feel that we need to sign like a left or right winger. Let's go with Gakpo, right? He gets you 9 goals, right? Now we need someone that's going to get us 15 to 20. If we can do that, we can sign 30 goals, then the rest can come from the others. But we've got to bring in at least 30 goals. Otherwise, we're just going to come short, guys. Everything else I'm so happy with. I love the football at the back, the way we look so comfortable doing it. I think our pressing game is going to be one of the best, if not the best in the league. I think we're going to have a phenomenal pressing game. I love the fact that our possession and our passing accuracy is all up. All the metrics are up compared to last season. Everything looks like it's coming together. I'm so happy that Kinski's going to get a crack at it and that he's going to be the number 1. It's just that goal scoring bit. That's it for me. That's the only thing missing. If we get that sorted, game on. If not, I think we're going to be mid-table and frustrated.
Let's hope we can do the business for the rest of the transfer window.
Yeah.
Stel, big up to you. Thanks for coming on today, mate.
Good to see you, Stel.
Come on.
Good to see you, Stel.